Hi everyone, welcome to Tammy's Creative Cards and Crafts. I'm Tammy and I am coming on again this morning to do a video. It's kind of refresher video of the Gemini Junior that I had done a previous video on, but I had somebody, actually a couple people wanted me to do a refresher for them on the embossing part of it. So I was totally happy to do that for them. And so I'm just going to show you the embossing part of the Gemini Junior. So this is what it is. So there's three different ways to emboss with this delightful little machine, which I absolutely love. My husband and son purchased this for me for my birthday, and I absolutely love it. No cranking anymore, and it makes it so much easier. So I definitely love this little machine. So you can do three different things. You can emboss a metal die. You can emboss a 3D folder, and you can emboss a 2D folder, which is a regular embossing folder. So a 3D folder will come out with a really raised edge like that, if you can see that, which I'm actually going to show you exactly how it works. A 2D folder, or regular embossing folder, comes out like that. Inside the 3D one, you can really see it on the inside as well. It's really high, quite deep embossing, absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going to show you right now how to do the die first. So what you'll need is you'll need to take your cutting plate. So you'll have a clear cutting plate. You'll actually have two of them. So you'll want to put your cutting plate down first, and then you're going to take your plastic shim. Okay, so this is your white plasticky shim, and you see mine is starting to get a curve in it. So instead of putting it up this way and getting a more curve in it, I'm going to actually turn it over to put it down this way this time, and that way I'm going to try to get the curve out of it. And then this is the die that I'm going to use to try to emboss. It's a really beautiful, intricate die, but it would look beautiful on cards, and so I thought, well, let's try that and see if I can emboss that. So you can see it's a really beautiful die there. So now what you're going to do, as I'm laying these things down, these are the bottom, and you're working your way up. So this die, when you look at the die, and please, I'm explaining these to people that are just starting out. These are beginners. A lot of people that also watch my channel, they've been crafting for a long time. Please don't ever think that I'm talking down to you. I'm just explaining to everybody. We all have been beginners at one time. So when you're looking at a die, you'll see a very smooth side and a side that has raised edge, almost like a blade. You want to lay your die down that your blade is facing up, not your smooth side. So your blade is facing up, okay, on top of your plastic shim there, okay? So just center that however you want it and put that on your plastic piece. And then you're going to take whatever piece of cardstock or paper that you'd like to use. This is just a scrap piece that I had. So I'm going to use this beautiful orange and lay that on top of that. It just happens to be the same width of your of my cutting plate and everything. You have to keep it the same, of course, width as your opening because it's not going to fit otherwise. And then you're going to be using this rubber embossing mat. And this is just a silicone rubber mat. And you're going to lay that right on top of your piece of cardstock, just to hold everything in place there. And then last but not least, you're going to put your clear cutting plate on top of that. And just to line everything up, I mean, these cutting plates have the Gemini Junior ones, and you have your rubber embossing mat. They all have the label at the bottom. So just to make sure everything's lined up, I just line up all the words at the bottom, and that way I know that everything's on there straight. So I have my machine on. It's powered on. There's a power in the back. Turn it on, and then you're just going to feed this into your machine. You'll hear it start, and then you just let it go. Don't be alarmed by the little cracking sounds. As long as it's not your fingers in there, you have nothing to worry about. And you just take it from the outside, the other side. And when you pull this off, you have this beautiful embossed image of that die, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that is one way. Now you can cut this out. You can use this on a card. You could stamp something in here. You can use all different sizes of dies, etc., whatever that you would like. But this is just one way of using a die as a way to emboss. Okay? Now, the next way of embossing is a 2D embossing. Okay? Now, this is very simple. You're going to take your clear cutting plate. You're going to take your embossing folder. We all have these. They open up like this. And you're going to, let me grab a little scrap piece of paper here. And grab my scissors, cut this piece off. Okay, so I have grabbed just a scrap piece of paper. This is my 2D embossing folder. Just has little stars on it, very cute. I just have a little scrap piece of paper. You can also use it, say for example, if you want this on the front of your card, you would feed this on the front of your card like this. Okay, so you would put the front of your card in there like that, and you would close that on the front of your card. So your back of your card's right here, and you're going to line that up of however you want that on the front of your card. I'm just going to center that. And I'm just going to show you this so you can see what I mean. And so all this is, you're going to place that down on your first clear cutting plate. You're going to put your embossing folder down. You're going to put down your second cutting plate, clear cutting plate. And you're going to feed that through. That's it. That's all that needs in there. So there's not too many different things that you have to do in that one. Now, when you open this back up, and you have your little card here, look how darling that is on the front of your card. I could have centered that a little bit better, but look how beautiful those are. And what I like to do is I like to take a little sponge and lightly go over those, and just so it'll, you can glitter those up. There's a number of different techniques that you can do to color those, or you can just leave them plain, but they're absolutely adorable. And on the inside, you can see the back, they're the negative effect of the embossing folder. So that is the 2D embossing folder. Now, the 3D embossing folder is, again, I showed you how it makes this beautiful, thicker indent in it. And you're going to need your clear plate. You're going to need your magnetic shim, which is this piece right here, okay? And then you need a 3D embossing folder. This is one that I've had. I haven't even actually taken it out of the package yet. So I'm just going to take that out of here. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. I know we had lots of fun. Everything going on with the giveaway. Okay, so here is a beautiful 3D embossing folder. See, it has this quilted effect to it. So again, here is a piece of cardstock that you put inside. And just going to line that up. Close that on there and put that down. And then you're going to use your clear cutting, I'm sorry. On the top, you're going to use your plastic shim. Sorry for confusing everybody. Let me go back over these again. So you've got your clear cutting plate on the bottom, your magnetic shim on the bottom there, your 3D embossing folder, and then your plastic shim on the top. Okay? And then we're going to put this through. And so when you take that out, look at that. That just looks like velvet. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, you could not get that effect. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. It actually almost changes the color of it, because it just looks like velvet. I absolutely love that embossing folder. So that's the 3D one. So beautiful. So I hope that helped. I hope that helped you some. So just to go back over those again, really quick. When you're doing your dies, you're going to use the clear plate, the plastic shim, your metal die, your whatever cardstock you're going to use, then your rubber mat, and then your clear one over top. When you go to use your 2D embossing folder, your regular embossing folders, you're going to use just your clear plate. Clear plate, you're going to use your embossing folder. You can stick your cardstock inside here like this, just like on the side, like your envelope or your, your card, like that. You can put it right inside like this, like a single piece of paper, or any way you want, but you're just going to use this embossing folder on top of your clear plate, and then another clear plate on top of that, and then that is going in there. And then last but not least, on the 3D one, you're going to use your clear plate on the bottom. You're going to use your magnetic shim. And then you're going to put your 3D embossing folder on top of that with your paper inside. So you're going to put your paper inside there, however you want it. You can also, again, if you had a card and you only wanted to do the front, you can sandwich it in like that and do the front of your card. And then on top of that, you're going to put just your plastic shim on top of that, and you're going to run that through. Okay? So I hope that helped with learning how to do the embossing. If you have any questions about any of this, please leave it in the comments. If you're not a part of my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and you'll be notified of my next videos. I would love for you to join my channel and be one of my crafty friends. We have a lot of fun over on this channel, and I definitely would love to welcome you. I will see you next time. God bless you all, and hugs and love to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.